Good afternoon to all. Now it's 3 p.m. I think we can start the meeting while others are joining. Welcome to the webinar on automating the RBA circular management and various committees management through this solution. I am Srinivas Rao, Senior Advisor from Indian Banks Association, handling payment systems and technology matters. The background for this meeting is for this webinar is RBI circular on streamlining of the internal compliance monitoring function, leveraging use of technology. Very well that RBI told there should be a workflow based solution equipped with the necessary capabilities to seamlessly integrate with the Daksh portal with all securities and all those things. Um, Maybe you might have received the latest circular on RBI also regarding API integration, which they said they will come back later. Today's webinar explains how banks can automate the circular management and various committees oversight and regulatory compliance to achieve real-time visibility and RBI governance also. We are having with us Mr. Naveen, he is founder and the CEO of Cytrust, having vast experience in cyber security and various other applications, and is supported by Mr. Nishant, is the project lead, having very wide experience in all these such project matters. First 30 minutes is for the presentation as well as some demo they wanted to show. Remaining 30 minutes is for the question answers. Whoever wanted to raise any question or clarification, you can put it in the chat box. They will reply once the presentation is over. If the time is not available, we'll collect the replies and we'll circulate to all the attendees. And the presentation will be shared with all the attendees and also to all the member banks. Over to Naveen and Nishant. You are not audible.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for the great opportunity and as well as the value additions. As you have given an intro, we have been in the industry close to 25 years, and we are from Cytrust. And specifically, as you have mentioned, really just I would like to highlight the problem statement as well as expectation from the RBI, what exactly they wanted to have it, and then from there we can take it to the presentation, sir. I believe my screen is completely, the visible. This is a circular. In fact, just 2 weeks, before also we have received this in terms of what exactly you have to do it, how you can connect in terms of circular management and committee management, how you can leverage the technologies and how you can add values and transparency towards the governance, right? That's what this RBI is expecting. The same thing we can connect to the Daksh portal to follow up on end-to-end process, what exactly it has been done. Because otherwise, sometime the circular has been released on Jan, and it may be effective from March, but we might be doing March first week or the last week only, looking forward circular like where it is, what it is, who has to do what, and all the things and all. So now this RBI wanted to have a complete governance from the scratch assignment circular released, who has received and who are the stakeholders, and what's the level of percentage of completion it has been done, what it is a pending, just complete transparency they are trying to have a look on that. So that's the ultimate, the requirement. Now just I'm coming on, the overall solution, sir. As a company, we are Cytrust. We are a ISO 27001 certified, and we are SOC 2 certified, and we are in India as well as in the US. In India, we are in Mumbai as well as in the Bangalore. And all our development and R&D centers, it's based out of Bangalore, and where we have a more than 70 plus compliance automation from end to end, where we do actually. We are quite led of BFS sectors and then banking sectors. The manage it's like a one platform. It does complete GRCs. That covers circular compliance as well as complete workflow automations for the all the committee. And this is the synopsis. As Sarah had mentioned, now it's a 3-4, like another 26 minutes where we'll run through the PPT, what exactly we are going to show. At the same time, where we'll run through the overall tool also. What is the high level, where we have it. So primarily, if you see this right side, the picture itself represents like there's a lot of circular, lot of notification will be keep coming. But how we are going to take it up, it's a very structured approach. Like how many circular has been received, which other department has to work, each department, who are the responsible person, each person, what's the level of percentage of completions they have done it. So that's the complete view, complete monitoring, complete governance you can track through our tool actually. So basically, to ensure the end-to-end regulatory, the compliance, the automations. At the same time, for the senior management also, it's like a one click they will get to know like where we got stuck, where we need a time, where we need a effort, where we need to spend cost, and where we need to accommodate in terms of the policy, process, guidelines, everything, right? So those things also just where we have added as a the one go. Then, of course, there is a lot of impact and consequence. If there is a non-compliance, it cost connected to that, and of course, the reputation connected to that. Then nowadays, if you take a SEBI default, connected to in terms of the deeper of all the online trading and everything and all. So that way, there is a lot of consequence also where we'll be discussing, and then how we are going to address also have been connected. We have a multiple module, but however, in this schedule, we are going to discuss on two major stuff. One is the circular management, and on other one is in terms of the committee managements. The circular management always it helps how you're going to process in terms of capturing and tracking who has to do what and what's a timely consumptions and what's a timely compliance, and then as an organization, who are the people it's accountable to do the things actually, right? So those things just because sometimes the early stage, the circular comes, it comes and sits in the legal team or the compliance team. It won't flow down to the bottom level of the respective team. So those things just are just it's like a one go just to forward the circular to the respective team. Please take care. But we don't know in detail who has to do what. And this complete requirement expectations, as I had a conversation like specifically not only for RBI, it's all RBI, SEBI, IRDA, NPCI, and AMS, like all the things just where we are covered on one singular and centralized regulatory repository. Whatever circular it comes, it will come and notify. You can convert into the action items, and then from there we can, move on the stuff. And similarly, we have a end-to-end tracking where not only the circular in terms of the overall master direction, any master directions, any circulars, any something also, where we have complete tracking from there, just where we can connect and then take it forward. The very interesting part is where we can do self-certifications, where you can do the automated the compliance testing from your side. You may not require to all the time. There is a third party come and do the validations, right? It's like automatically you can check, and then from there we can move on that. Then other interesting the fact is you can give access based on the role. Some places where you have a the manager level different roles it's required, VP, senior VP level, you may have a different level of view and data points which is required, right? So that's a level of things also where we have done it from the end to end. Sorry. Then just where we have a complete direct integration. So if it is required wherever you want to have it, because that's what it is RBI expectation with the the portal. And so where this is getting failed, I mean, in terms of the circular standpoint, where it is getting failed is like when circular is comes, there is a multiple people will get involved, or none of the people will get involved. Either of one, it's a possibility. And sometimes there is a duplicate of effort. The circular out of maybe let us take a 10 requirement, already close to 6 requirement, it is fulfilled by the LDA circular. It may be on top of that, what is the amendment it would have come. That is a requirement where people are looking forward. In this case, we might be doing again duplicate of effort to rediscover from scratch. Like instead of doing from only seventh to 10th, like it goes from, all the aspects. Then, in terms of senior management, really, we don't have a visibility like who is doing what, when, what is the residual risk it's connected, and then what kind of remediations where we have to do that, what is the cost it may incur, the things that all will come into the pictures. These are like a few regulatory where we have added SEBI, RBI, RDA, and PCI because majority of the bank it's connected, across the vertical wherever you wanted to, have it on that actually. And majority of the bank have the bigger challenges, frequent regulatory changes, right? Because not like if you take a 5 years, 10 years before, 3 months once, 6 months once, if you get a circular, that itself it's a higher. But now it's like a technology based and technology driven, the infrastructure and the ecosystem. Like every week you can expect some stuff, and in terms of some requirement or some notification which needs to be, fulfilled. So that aspects, connecting with the regulatory and get to know that what are exactly the challenges or requirement that you wanted to fulfill, and from there just how we can ensure the accountability, ownership, and driving till closer is a little bit challenges because some requirement it's not only the process change, not only policy change. It may come across some costs, come across some effort in terms of the implementations. At the same time, a number of circular, a number of risks, we don't know where to prioritize. What are the things just I have to pick up first and second, or what are the things existing setup where we have it. It's like all the things it's become a bigger challenges for the most of the bank. And our tracking mechanisms will help to ensure that what are the master directions, circular, notification, advisory, whatever you have comes from the RBA, pleasantly, beautifully, it take care and then need to give you complete action items, what exactly they have to do it actually. And you have options to assign the owner who has to do what, when, what is the timeline, it's in the reminder, it's in the escalations, and you can track the overall status also. And there is no duplicate of the effort and what are things just where you have to do it and the same task sometimes you have to get things done by the multiple department, that things also where we can get things done in a very seamless way. So this is not only on other aspect, right, where you have given one side is RBA circular and then RBA intents and one of the bank just outbound circular, whatever it comes over there. We covered all the things, including your RBI, the intent also will be ensure that's assurance from, the end to end actually. And this may not require any dedicated, model. I mean, already we have a inbuilt and that covers in terms of the intent management also. And with this tool, like what we'll save is we have a very, we can avoid the penalty, we can avoid this, the repetition loss, and at the same time, just you will be on time in terms of to ensure the compliance or to ensure that the regulations, what is expected to do on the respective time frame, right? So all the aspects just where we have covered in a very simple as well as very, the efficient way from end to end actually. And for the senior management, for the CIO, CISO, head of IT, for them, just one sip of coffee, or maybe your legal head. For the one sip of coffee, they will get to know how many circular we got it, and then how many circulars pending with the respective team, how many action is pending with each and every team members, all the things that comes on sits over there actually. At the same time, you can track all your committee management also, whether it is a risk or maybe organization level or executive committee, all the committee managements also we can do it in a very seamless way. And if you want to do any other integrations, we are absolutely API based. You have any other inbuilt tool where you want to do the complete integrations and where you want to do those automations, where we are happy to do it. At the same time, where we have a multiple role-based access, this will help Some circular will have a very sensitive information which should not be known, viewed by respective bottom level people. So you can have a segregation. So which are the the policy or which are the circular on the circular, which are the tasks which can be viewed by the top leaders, and then which other things can be viewed by the rest of the folks. You can define from the end to end. And in terms of committee wise, we covered all the committees, whatever you call it as maybe audit committee, risk management committee, IT strategy management committee, customer service committee, like all the committee. Because sometimes we track an Excel sheet, but unfortunately, after that, it won't send a reminder because we may have a bigger problem than what has to be complied, right? On that week, on the day, we have something else come to our bucket. So we might be start focusing on that. We would have missed it this actually. This one will send you the reminder and escalations and a regular follow up to the respective team member. And this overall, it's like a simple as well as a single complaints management platform, which will give you the to the bottom level people as well as the top level people to understand what is the risk-based complaints, where we have it, and couple of things you are not able to address, you can convert that as a risk. It's like a simple click. You can right click and then you can convert that as a risk that goes in a very the bigger way. And our vision is we have a risk operation center, like it's like a one dashboard which shows the risk against like all the objects. Let us take you have done some internal audit, external audit. We are not able to fulfill anything. It will convert as a risk. Again, ISO 27000 or RBI or CSF or RBI CSERF. What are the non-compliance you have it? Or you can mention those things also very clearly. What are the challenges I have it? So it shows very clearly again ISO 27001, again RBI, I have this other risk which needs to be addressed. So to be a single click, you may not require to miss out any other risk which you have raised, whether it is a technology or the people or the process related stuff. So this is how we have given in terms of what's a deliverable. Each and every circular convert as a deliverable to the the task to the questions, and all the things connected to the controls. I'll show you the demo, and this is like all the the workflow. What is the circulars and deliverables and question and task and controls, which is mapped to the respective areas. And this is maybe if you want connected with your existing control dashboard, if you have it, we have a simple API based, and it's like a matter of hours. We can connect, we can push the data, pull the data, and we can ensure that things are taken care for a specific control for the automation of the respective tools. And it is a automatic escalation. You can define a legal team who is the escalation point, who is the remainders, what's a time frame it has to keep reminding them. If it is not happening after a week or after 2 week, after a month, to whom and all it has to they escalate. All the things it comes in a very seamless way. So this is a overall 360-degree view. It gives us holistic views, like in terms of a risk standpoint. At the same time, as a circular committee management, what are the tasks where we have given each department who has to do what, when, all the information comes and sits in the one places. So by having this tool, you will have a single pane of glass. You can see it's all the circular compliance and committee management. It is one go. At the same time, it will get the early alerts in terms of where and all we have a non-compliance, wherever just where we have to get things done on time, where we are lagging, those things and all bit comes and give it the one go. So that at least always we do like that, right? I mean, if somebody send a email, send a reminder, we may not touch because we may have some more priority task and then work. And it's like absolutely value for the business. And you can focus on your work, and then we can focus on what exactly you have to do. We are the enabler. We help you to understand what are the things which comes in the recently from the circular notifications as well as any master directions, and then we'll notify you. Then you can convert as a task, and then from there we can take it forward who has to do what. And this is it's in line with all our customers as well as investors as well as a regulator, because that's what it is a current trend which is missing, right? Some place we comply with the customer, some place we comply with the investor, some place we comply with the regulator. But this tool with this very strategic edge, it comply with all three, which makes a bigger impact in the the industry. So it will be a seamless and transparent across the process. And so we do a lot of stuff, but this is it's a bigger platform. Uh, Maybe another 30 seconds, I'll show you the tool. It's like a bigger platform, and it has a multiple tools and multiple options. Ultimately, your time will save, and you can avoid all the duplication of effort from end to end, actually. It gives deep integrations also. Like if you wanted to connect to the any other existing, the tools, that is also does by our team in a very seamless way, actually. So I'll get into the tool actually. Now it's a 322. This is our Cypress. I believe the tool is visible. Sorry. Uh, this is our one tool, and this has some multiple options where you can see the complete attack surface management, dark web monitoring, brand monitoring, container security, areas bomb, and in terms of complete GRC suite, what are the suite just where you want to have it, then you can monitor all the KRI, and then all the assessment, what are the assessment just where we wanted to, to get things done. And top of that, where you can do the internal audit, external audit, risk management, third party, ESGP, it has some multiple options. So now we are landing on what exactly we wanted to see that circular. Let us take a regulatory circular. You can see it's India standpoint where we have RBI, SEBI, BSE, NSE, IRDA, whatever I have it. I can see that yesterday there is some circular it had come, and you can download the circular, you can directly view the circular, or if you want to manage the circular, you can manage the circular. This is like a two-way, right? It's like just a one click circular has been created with a respective task. You are able to see that, right? And it creates a list of deliverables. What are the deliverables that circular have it? It's like a matter of less than 30 seconds. It takes a circular and converts as a deliverable. And then each deliverables will have a number of tasks and a number of action items. If you want to add it, so by default, we have a task. We can edit, modify, delete, and you can track this task individually. You got it, right? I mean, in terms of deliverables, at task level, you can set the reminder and then escalation and deadline to complete, not the deliverable level, very bottom level, where we are, talking. And then in terms of the list of questionnaire which needs to be answered, this all the circular, it's a matter of, 5 seconds just I converted. And each one just to, if you want to have a default setup team, you can assign to the people who are the people, or you can assign to the people who can review, who can approve manually also. Completely, you have a privilege to do what are things you want to do that. You can see that how many tasks we have to do it, and each task connected to the which are the deliverables. You can see this task is connected to the my deliverable number 1157. The task status still it's done or not done, whether it is approved or not approved, who's the escalation manager, when is the due date, when's the reminder escalation, and if you want to add any commands or something, it's like all the things where you can do it in a one go. The best part is here itself you can track it. What is in the overall let to start progress on hold, so that any circular comes, you will get to know what it is pending, what it is not pending, with whom it is lying. All the things comes and sits in one places. And here you can view all the the controls. This is a beautiful features where our entire team like it. if a new circular comes, we will take all your existing controls and map you saying that what is the level of compliance. These are the controls. Let us take the new regulatory requirement. Our new circular have a close to 15 requirement, 15 control requirement. Already 10 is comply with that. Then it will show you already 10 control is comply. Only the five controls where you have to start work on that. You may not require to worry about rest of the other tool actually. That thing's also just where we have added. Then we'll show you the framework. This is a unified framework. Like it's not only one. The same requirement is in line with this many regulatory and then requirements, so that you can see that it's one place. If you have done by default, I'm fulfilling with this many regulatory requirement. That things also we gives in a the very detailed view actually. Then in terms of yeah, then just where we have a yes actually. I mean in terms of if you want to set the escalation matrix, you can do the escalation matrix from end to end. What are the escalation metrics you wanted to do it, you can create by your own. Absolutely, you have a privilege. Create a reminder in the escalations, whatever you wanted to get things done. This is a the one thing. But the very interesting part is you can see the overall dashboard, like the legal management view, where we have a circular management, contract management, committee management, and if somebody log in as a task, I'll run through that also. We give the grade, like out of how many circular, A plus is a top, E is a bottom, and then out of 100 score is 2.96. And how many circulars, and each and every day where I'm changing, whether I'm making the improvement or not, right? So those things and all just where I can view it in respective aspects from end to end, what exactly we want to have it. Then we can see its overall contract severity, how many critical contract I have it, how many high medium contract I have it, all the things you can see there. How many tasks overall which needs to be fulfilled, right? All the things where I can view. How many overall deliverables, close to 240 circular which needs to be get things done. Out of that, how many circulars yet to start, how many circular is sent for review, how many things in progress. At the same time, you can see is out of 584, and what's the level of things sent for the review, how many unreviewed, how many reviewed. This is on the question survey also, just where we give a very detailed stuff. Similarly, you can see it's each and every team. What is my the number over there? That is also will give a wonderful or the input of what exactly where we have it actually. So this gives a detailed view. Then we can go the contract. You can see the each and every contract and every circular, how many it is closed, how many it is open, how many things still it is closed on that, right? So that status also where we give you complete progress. You can see it's on top of that how many question is and which is reviewed, open, and what it is moving on that. That things also we have added from the end to end. And this is a overdue task. How many tasks across all, not only in one circular, across all, how many things is open? Who is the action owner? So you can filter with the action owners also. Who the action owner you want to do the filtration, you can do that with the action owner. And then not only the action owner, we connect to the action team also. Then we have the contract name, when is a due date, and when is about to get things done. Still, how many things it's a it's a pending. All the things you can see. Other way also you can see based on the users. Let us take this is Dhanushri and then Mahendesh and then Sujay. Sujay alone, how many things they have to answer? How many questions he has to answer? How many deliverables he has to deliver? And then how many contract he has to work? It's like a simple, views as a people. You can take a legal team. There is a X person. You can track it. How many things it's pending with you. You cannot say that I'm occupied with X, Y, Z. It's like a very transparent way because it takes that also turnaround time also. How much time it has taken to complete and finish also will give you very detailed. Sorry. Similar way you can see is overall the contract and overall the circulars. Then you can see is overall, the committee management from end to end, how many committees I have it, how many we finished, how many it's pending, all the things just where we are connected from, the weather aspects. Then what are the circular I have converted from there? You can see it's all the circulars. What are the circular just where I have it, and the how many deliverable just where we have it. Here itself, you can see how many deliverable, how many tasks, how many questions, and who is approver, who is the escalation manager, what's the start date, end date, what has been done, what is not done. All the things where you can see is. Just I'm taking some master directions, and this will tell you how many deliverable, close to 32 deliverable. The 32 deliverable converted as a 162, task, and what is the status of completed, it to start, hold, and questions, everything over there actually. And you can see with the name also, each circular with the selection of how many she has it, and unknown people, other people which is not assigned, how many people hold, how many number of tasks. You can download the circular from here also. You can see the all the statistics, and you can view all the deliverables. So what are the deliverables just where we have to do it, and what are the questions which needs to be the answer. So those things also where it comes and sits in the one places in a detailed views actually. On top of that, just where we can see is all the controls. What are the controls where I have it, and what are the escalation matrix I wanted to create. That thing's also created in a very seamless way. Maybe another 3 more minutes I'll take. Then I'm glad to have a conversation, understand what are the other features you wanted to see there. The committee management. If you come to the committee, you can see all the committee. Let us take a project governance, NCC, executive committee, standing committee. Each committee you can set your own set of reminder, escalations, that time, stakeholders, all the things. It can be independent. And risk management, and then of course information security committee, IT strategy committee for the board, and all the things just it comes and sits in a the one places. Once you created the committee, then you can create multiple level of stuff. Like overall, I have a 12. You can see overall whatever I have it, which are the departments I have it. Each committee, how many deliverable they have it, how many tasks they have it, what's the level of when the questions we have it, and then who's approver, start date, end date. Everything comes and sits in the one places. Then based on access, that is the interesting part. You may have a 12 committee, right? Each committee can view only the committee which they belongs to that. They cannot view as admin. You can view all the things. Otherwise they can view only what is a committee you belongs to that, what are the actions you have to do it, that things will come and sits here. The best part, no, let us take you are part of multiple committee, you are part of multiple circular, you are part of multiple contract, all the things comes as a task view. It's like your incoming bucket, right? Like it comes and sits, like sometime you may get misplaced or it's overlooked, right? This will help you to understand like what are the questions, what are the circulars where we have it. All the things comes and sits in one places in a very seamless way. So that you know that like these are this many tasks, this many questions, and this many deliverable comes under me, right? So you can go ahead and change the status, update the status, and what are just the input you want to have it. You can track all the, in terms of the chat, what are the chat and comment are you doing, and what are the attachment just you want to do it. That things also you can get things done in a one go. So this will help you because nowadays where we are flooded with the email, as well as we are not sure the email is how genuine or something. Sometime it will be a duplicate of email also. So this a task will give you very clear to do kind of stuff for you, what exactly you have to do, and then how we can get things done. This is only on the overall circular committee and contract management and overall task and the ensure things like RBA is requested. Irrespective of RBA request, this will be a validation for all the bank. in terms of because nowadays so many circles, none of the things knowingly, unknowingly, we should not miss out based on other priority and what are things we have it actually. So now we are 35 minutes, I think, pause over. I'll take a pause and glad to have a you know your questions and then answer from where we can take it forward. See, there are a lot of questions, so maybe we'll take the questions the one by one. Nishan, just you can open the questions and maybe you can read out the questions and I'll answer one by one. Just we are coming from top. Yeah, we are available on a gem that's right. And cost per solution, of course, we'll share this email, and then based on your request, we can take it forward. Of course, we are, you know, startups in India as well as a Make in India. Absolutely, we want to add value. We want you to experience whatever you want to have it. Yeah, we have the AI features. Absolutely. Ranjit from AIN said, do you have any AI enabling features to map RBI circular with the bank's internal control library frame? Absolutely. We have a billion library and where we do the in terms of the AA mapping also. That's what is where you're able to see within a seconds, like it converts as action items, and then from there we should be able to take it forward. We have a AA component, Ranjit. Yeah, you were right, Nishant. Yeah, you have answered. Yes, Gaurav. We have implemented in a couple of bank and fintech. In fact, we have done the POC with the NSE and BSE also. We are in the final stage of closing. Within a couple of weeks or sometime, we may close with the NSE and BSE itself. Once everything goes through that. And bank, I can share you one to one. I can share you which other bank where we are working. We're happy to share that. Because if you take a SEBI CSE RF, it's like all the fintech need this details actually, right? So we have exclusive partner for SEBI CSE RF. We have done a lot of automations on CC index from all the things and all. And Ranjit, foreign bank, we have not touched any other the foreign bank. But however, we can discuss like on the foreign bank if you have any specific requirement, we are happy to discuss and take it forward. Damodar Ragni, is this cloud-based platform? We have two things. So we have a SaaS as well as on-prem. You can consume in both, whichever way you wanted to have it, as well as we are completely compliant with RBI, SEBI regulatory of data localizations. It's all the things which sits within Mumbai as well as in Hyderabad. It will not go out of the country. So that's a first level checklist itself. It's done so that we are absolutely able to take it forward. Rakesh Sharma, yeah, Rakesh, you are right. Actually, you ask, can this application properly classify clauses, subclauses in Excel format and give actionable? It won't again give it an Excel format, but it will give it the format like whatever we have defined, right? As I mentioned, like a deliverable, task, questions, and but it's actionable because we want to avoid this in Excel format again, right? But you can export the report. What is the compliance, non-compliance? How many things finished, not finished? Like you can export the report in a Excel PDF, whatever way you want it. because otherwise, again, we'll be landing upon Excel, right? So that's what it is. Uh, Manikandan, MDNS, he requested, he asked, like in the presentation, it is mentioned as compliance testing is automated. Could you share the brief overview of how this automation works, including the workflow and key steps, involved actually? This is compliance testing is if you have any security tool to fulfill this requirement, where we can do the integrations with a security tool, and then we can make it. For example, there is a requirement of EDR, compliance of all your systems. We can connect to the your CMDB. We can connect to the your EDR systems. How many systems? Let us take 1,000 systems needs to be compliant. But EDR you have deployed only 996. Four systems left out. We make it as a compliant and non-compliant, partial compliant with the justification. That's absolutely we have a API integration. So from there we should be able to take it forward on this. And still, if you have any more question, also you can ask over here as well as Srinivas sir also will share our credential. Anytime we are happy to have a conversation and take it forward. Jayesh had asked interesting questions. Absolutely. Does it provide a historic view of compliance status on a particular date? Exactly. On we have it's like a very interesting question. I want to show you that since you asked this questions. This is where we manage overall compliance, right? If you see this from end to end, we manage close to 60 plus, the framework from the end to end. Now it's like a close to 73 plus frameworks, including RBI, SEBI, whatever you have it, all the frameworks just to be managed based on the license, just where we can have a look. And here, just you can see is like a one go. What is my as an organization, the rating, and what is my risk review? How many audits is happening? Then you can see is a continuous compliance monitoring. As for ISO 27001 or SEBI or PCDSS, I can see Assan today, 0 is the bottom, A plus is the top. You can see it's Assan today, where exactly I stands. You got it, right? So that level of information just where we gives in a very detailed one actually from end to one what exactly mentioned over there actually. Uh, then not only on the continuous compliance, where we make continuous control monitoring also, a complete continuous, continuous control monitoring also just where we do it from, the end to end actually, right? And what are the controls, individually controls, what are the controls where we have it, and that level of information also we have. We have 1,500 plus control. You can view on this control what exactly we have it. That information also. That will be awesome features where we have it actually. Like inventory of assets where you are on each and every day, right? That things also we provide. Now, since he asked, really, I want to show the tool, and you can see all the history also. And general escalation come, yeah. Subrat Moharana asked like. Regarding the GRC follow-up, can this also used as a general escalation? Absolutely. We have much more features. You love it. I mean, you will relax. I mean, during audit, before audit, after audit, how you feel the same way you will get it the before audit also. Because it will ensure that compliance and then governance things are taken care. Like you will get in a one click which are the department it is a pending, which are the department who has to do what when. In fact, I'll show you one more dashboard also. You have the leaders board also. You're able to see that, right? The department, which are the department yet to focus, how many risk they have it, how many, what's the level of complaint percentage. Like each department, you can see who is a spark. So this will give you like if you have a quarter meeting, you can project. This is very simple, right? One screenshot of this will help you right across 10 department which department is doing great. and there will be amazing, the input and the feedback on this. And not only that, like if you want to connect to the person level, also we give you as a leader, like a tower lead, you have it for each and every applications or each and every vertical. You can keep them, and then their level of percentage also you can see that who are all reporting to them. That things also comes and sits in a very detailed view actually. And not only that, maybe if you want to see country level view also, where we can have a look of, let's take India. India, I have a multiple, the office, right? I can see it's, the which office, what are the compliance where I need to, ensure that. I can see that, in a respective country, I have a ISO, SEBI, and all things and all. Then I can go to PCDSV4, which are the department, HIPAA, which are the department. Like all the status, it comes in a very seamless way. Sonu asked, Sonu Sharma, can you share name of the bank where the solution has been implemented? Solutions, and of course, it sends a email alerts. It's like absolutely automated. I'll show you. Not only email alert. If you see the controls or the evidence, you can chat with the people. If you see any places you wanted to do the the chat, where you can connect to the the chat also. That will give a complete views like a veranda just where you can chat, and then how it connects and then take it forward. That will give a another wonderful the features on the left side actually. I'll show you. I can chat with all the people, and the respective areas. So request Ravi to join us, so that you all be on online actually. So you can chat, you can attach, you can send the emoji, like whatever you wanted to do it, just you can do it in a very seamless way. And not only that, internal, you can do the chat with external folks also. That will be amazing one, like where we do the third party management, third party vendor management, right? So if you have any third party, but they're not part of your organization, but they work for you, you can add them also. With them also, just I can onboard and then connect and then to take it forward in a different way. Like what are the things just where I wanted to get things done actually. So that thing's also just where we have done it in there, and from the end to end where we have it. And I'll show you. This is like a chat history. What are the chat history where we have it? For it, very interesting factors from here itself, where you can log in actually. From whatever thing just where you can have it here itself, just you can connect and then do the chat, and from there we should be able to take it forward in a detailed way, like what are the communication which has been done over there actually. Solutions and email alerts. Is there a mapping of solutions models with IBS circular on complaints monitoring? Yes, we have it actually. This absolutely the mapping is available actually. The solutions covers a complaints risk assessment, and yeah, absolutely. We cover if you see the solutions covers complete risk management. You are able to see that, right? We have a risk register. You can see it. How many risks overall mitigated, open, accepted, avoided, how many exceptions you have done it, all the things you can view it in a one go. You can see it's based on the department, what are the top leaders have a challenges, and what is your residual risk, what is your calculated risk. The best part now, we provide a quadrant. You can see based on the application, what are the applications we have it, which quadrant, which application stands. And similar department, you can see the department. We provide a quadrant, like which quadrant, which department stands. So always we want to travel from this critical to the this lower, right? So you can project to the management if you want to bring this risk from here to here. I need this other process change, this other cost, this is the time, effort, and this is the technologies required. That way, it will be a seamless and give this wonderful, view on that actually. As I mentioned, this is one of the statement, right? You wanted to see against SEBI how many risk I have it, against ISO, against the RBI requirement, how many the count of things just where we have it, that things also where we have added from the end to end. And you can see the overall risk, what are the risks where you have it, inherent risk, calculated risk, what's the residual risk, what is the amount of savings you do, that things also. If you want to go to the detail assessment, you can see based on the department, based on HR, finance, IT, engineering, DevOps, all the things just where we can view it in. This is like a node-based access. It's like all the team they cannot. If you are the admin, only you can view all the department. Otherwise, HR team login, only HR related risk will be visible for them actually. So that thing's also just where we have done from the end to end actually. Here just where we can have a look of overall risk. You have a risk ID, risk name, a lack of role-based access control. What's a risk group name? What's a risk category? Which is a department action owner? Then you can see so what's the overall risk status, whether it is a mitigated, accepted, or avoided. And then you can see all the CA value of the respective assets. What is the asset value? What is the risk? We have a close to 2,800 plus category of risk and close to 1,800 plus vulnerability, then close to 1,300 plus threats combination. That will help you to understand whether it is a CAA values or the business impact value, what's the probability of occurrence, what's the risk value, what's the inherent value. All the things just we covered in a simple way. Inherent risk is not enough, right? Still, I need a existing control. What are the existing control? I have it. And what is my risk values? After applying my existing control based on the impact and probability, what's my risk value? Then I'm going to the like what's the calculated risk? Then still it's not enough. Then I'm going for additional control. With additional control, what is my impact? What's the probability action? What is the risk values? Then this is what is my residual risk, which finally, I can go ahead and then accept it. And solution covers, yeah, Jagdish, I have responded that actually. It was mentioned that Damodar Ragni tool provides a comprehensive report. Please take a few minutes to explain that. Yeah, I think this is what we have seen that what are the complaints. Anyway, just since you asked, compliance wise, it shows we have a close to 73 plus framework. This other framework where we ensure the complete compliance framework, what exactly we wanted to have it. And if you wanted to see its overall dashboard, you can see the list of frameworks. Each framework, what is the status. And then maybe let us take you wanted to be a RBI CSF 2016 or maybe 2013, whatever you have it. Maybe you can double click and then see that what is the statement of applicability, how many control, how many evidence, how many policies, what it is spending, where it is spending, who has to do what, when, all the aspects just where we covered over there actually. This will help you, where it is spending, how it is spending. This SOA will be applicable for you. Like what is the requirement, how many controls against that, how many things applicable. If you want to any exception also, you can make it up. What are the policy, what are the evidence, what are justification, discovered, all the things which covers from the end to end. What do you want to have it? You can download the SOA and then you can see the complete standard and regulation. Each one you can see. The first one is inventory of management of business, the IT assets. We give a complete requirement of what is exact requirements defined. Each requirement we have given how many control policy evidence questionnaire which is applicable. Then I can go to the control. What are the controls applicable? Each control I can see how many frameworks are interconnected. So one place if we fulfill with the requirement, I'll be fulfilled with this 32 plus the frameworks. Similarly, you can view the policy evidence questionnaire and all the mapped risk. This all will send the escalation email, reminder email, all the stuff. It will be you will love it. Um, Yes, other gentleman is what is accuracy rate of AI to capture the deliverable? Close to 90 plus percentage, I can see that because still we are training and then fine tuning. Still, you have options to modify, delete, edit, like what are the things just you want to do it. We are happy to do it on that actually. Can it create the list of, yeah, yes, already Jammu and Kashmir, Gram Bank, the Australia, it's like possible. Can we get a summary of circular? Absolutely, we'll get a summary of circular. Summary of circular with all the deliverable also we can get it. And Ashmita Sule asked like whether to disseminate circular manually or a concerned department. If you train which other circular, which other department one time, then automatically next time onwards it will take. If any this kind of deliverables, it goes to the concerned department. But first time we're expecting our AI to train that like this kind of things comes to because sometime there is a complaints team will handle, sometime legal team handle. So your team, your organization structure based on that, we can plan and define how you wanted to have it actually. KBS local area Bank of India, KBS Bank of India. If the circular relates to multiple department and is it gives a task to the concerned department separately? Yes, absolutely. It gives a separate each and every department. One more thing is also you can do. Let us take a one action is needs to be done by the multiple department. That is also possible. You can create the same task to the multiple department. It's already it does that actually. Then ESCAF SFP compliance is a tool capable to get the answer to query along with the applicable circular. Answer is based on you, right? What exactly you have done it. We have other answers. Maybe if you show you, we have another 3 minutes, but quickly, if you take a policy standpoint, our AI component will read and suggest you like what are the policy. You are able to see that like what are the policy you have given. Our AI team will AI analyst and then give you like what is the scoring. What are the area they have to improve, right? Incident handling and then scoring. What are the scoring where you have it? All the things it gives the recommendations. What are the things which is missing in a respective areas? That thing just where we provide. Not only policy in evidence also we read it. We read the what are the evidence just to you have given and where we're able to read this stuff and then where we can give you a suggestion what are the things just you have added as sufficient enough or still something needs to be added over there. So that things also we provide in a very detailed way and that will give a the wonderful options to explore whether this is efficient enough or still something needs to be get things done actually. That things also where we have it. And top of that, I'll show you one more interesting feature is My Files. You can upload all the files and folders over here. What are the files and folders you have it? You can just upload it. And then our tool suggests you what are the policy and process you have it. And let us take change management. Our AI component will suggest you this AI component is connected to what are the legal and regulatory requirement. Automatically, just you upload the file. What are the file you upload the file? We'll read and then tell you this mapped with what are the policies, and the same things can be mapped to what are the the evidence, right? This can be see change management. I have mapped change management. This can be connected to change management procedures against this other requirement. That way we can do it in a very seamless way. Um, can you share the bank name where you have already any bank used this so far? What is their feedback? From SBI, yes, we are happy to share the list of bank where they are using. And if payments bank asks for the PPT, of course, I'll send you to Srinivas Rao sir. You will get the PPT once I finish the session. Uh, can CISO be given access for managing CSIT related circular without getting complete? Yes, we can do it, Salim. It's possible. Already we have done it actually. It's seamless work. We have done it. And complaints functions includes wedding advisory roles. How can we track this? Does the tool highlights what internal policy procedures have to go through changes after new circular? Yes. We will tell you if already you are managing, it's a very interesting question. Already you are managing your internal policy and procedures. Maybe I can show you right away. Sir, I'm taking 1 or 2 minutes extra, sir, since this interesting question came. We will show you what are the circulars where you have it, what are the existing policy and controls which mapped. You are able to see that, right? And so that it will save a lot of your time actually. You may not require to start from scratch. It will show you existing policy, but already you should have your policies, process everything to us. That will help out. But it's very interesting questions. Are you RBI certified? We are Indian based and we work for RBI SEBI. I worked as a CISO of PU Payments. I worked as a group CISO of Grow. I worked in Deloitte, and so we know that we are Indians and we are a Make in India product, and of course we are eligible to survey and all the things. So policy renewal tracking can this absolutely SFE compliance. It's like a doable. It's like a matter of seconds. Does it cover trench testing as a trench and regulations as compliance confirmation specific para? Yes, absolutely possible. If you want to do it upload manually, we can do it. Or if you want to do it into the circular, that is also possible. Compliance testing based on a circular is the tool allowed such features. Yes, we have it, but this need a lot of integrations from your tool. We do the automated testing also, but this need a testing or the integrations with all your technology. Once it's connected, then automatically take and then take it forward actually. Uh, I think it's customizable. Yes, I think Srinivas are already responded for a couple of things. It's absolutely customizable. Provision of rating the circular system. Yes, we have given the rating of circulars in terms of the compliance, non-compliance, where they are, how many things fulfill, all things where we have given in a detail actually, from Rahul actually, and Jammu and Kashmir Gram Bank. Can the framework frame actions points of circular for a separate? You can have a multiple entity. This is amazing question. See here itself, no, where we have a entity management. If you see this entity management, you can manage. You may have a parent company, parent bank. Under that, where you have a multiple, the bank or subsidiary, each one entity may do, IRDA, one entity may be RBA, one entity may be CB regulated. You can manage all the things. You can have a complete dashboard for all the entity, what's a member audit, cyber audit, what are things it's happening, how many things open, closed. And here also entity, if let us take somebody is related to the allies flu or the fires, if they come and log in, they can view only the data. If I click on this, I can view only the data related to my entity. You're able to see that, right? I have a back button. Whatever it is, main entity have it, all the features will be applicable for your sub entity also. I can go back and then I can view for other entity also. And then recently SEBI had launched a CC index. Those scorings also you can see. Jan to till this date, like what is my CC index scoring, where I'm doing great or not actually. But it's very interesting questions. What is the implementations from MS and some maturity timelines so the repeats to benefits? So this is if it is a SaaS, it takes maximum 30 minutes. If it is on-prem, one server is available, it's like a close to 1 or 2 hours. But you finish your coffee, your implementation is done. That's a simple logic where we handle in all the places. Because that's how we technology we built. That's how we architects also design actually. And this tool process vulnerability. Yes, of course. We have from Jayaraman KBB. We have a wonderful risk-based, the vulnerability management tool. It does a complete vulnerability management from end to end. You can track vulnerability. What is my overall organization's vulnerability? Where exactly it stands? How many critical, high, medium, low? Where we have it. And then what is the status track where we have it, how many it's the positive, negative, how old this data, and then based on the aging, based on the action owner, based on the business vertical, all the status where I can say based on the applications, all the things just I can view the entire vulnerability in the tracker. Like with Amidraj alone, how many tickets he holds, how far it holds, right? That things also comes over there actually. And then the action team, who are the action team on the web alone, who are the guy, how many critical he holds, that things also. Like you can see from internal how many IPs, and then from external how many findings we have it, daily scan status. It's all the things comes and sits in another one place. It will be a amazing. Similarly, you can see all the complete vulnerability management from end to end till closures, till converting the risk. You can add all the stuff from the end to end. It will be a seamless. Thanks to Jayraman. And the solution helps to comply with the circulars of taxation. Still, we are not started to touch on the taxation side actually. But still, if you have any exclusive requirement, we are happy to do that actually. Kamlesh, if you want to know which circulars are pending, absolutely. Which circulars are pending for compliance of particular vertical? Is there any hyperlink? Yeah, we can. It is that is a fundamental stuff. Not only department, person level also we can see which in the department which person hold what are the pending, right? That things also we can do it actually. We can be managed and Nainital Bank. Can we manage our internal circular also? Yes, we can do that. We have options to export. Whatever things you want to do, it's seamless. Vaibhavi, how is summary done in via AI? What is the accuracy rate? That's why I need to miss any obligations. Mostly 90%, but however, we are keep improving, and none of the things will get missed out. Only thing is sometimes two actions will be in one actions actually, right? You can have a bifurcations. So you can double check and then ensure that actually. Gaurav Mehta asked, will AA match internal policies with the circular and give X? Absolutely. It's already, you have internal policy. That's what I had mentioned. If you have all the policies from end to end, we read this all the policies. What are the policies you have it? And then we give the suggestion. We correlate this existing policies will cover what are the new circular had come. So that's the best part of this, right? And that is the value addition just where we bring it to the table. But not only having the policy, this policy, otherwise a human mind, sometime we may miss out. But here it will tell you like where and all this will connect. That's the best part of our stuff. And down the line, very soon, you can see all the AI component. You can chat, you can ask what are the input you wanted to see there from the circular, regulatory. Already we have existing dashboard, but still you can chat. This chat will bring all the data from your internal, the policy process, guidelines, standards, and circular, all the things and all. So you may not require to maybe 5 years before you have given something in evidence, you forgot it. You can ask this is the 5 years before I uploaded some document and so on. So could you please retrieve and then help me? It will help you. So that's a thing just where we are bringing. Thanks, Gaurav, for interesting questions. And CISO office from UCO, is it actionable through intranet or internet? This is it's based on, so if it is SaaS, you can access through the internet. If it is only your on-prem, you can access through the internet. We have both options. Kamlesh, if you want to do vetting of a policy, the tool is useful. Absolutely. You have reviewer, approver, multiple iterations. It's like a seamless way you can have it actually. Uh, can you give a separate demo? Absolutely, sir. We are happy to give a demo, Ashmita. Uh, we'll fix your calendar. We're happy to do it. If AI accuracy rate is near 90%, then what is the control of remaining 10% through applications? No, this is we'll not miss out any controls. Only thing is, as I rightly asked, in terms of the mismatching of the control, instead of segregation of duty, we would have put it in access control. But both might be interconnected. So we may not require to worry like any of the controls will get missed out. None of the control will get missed out. The only thing is mapping of the controls, instead of one control, it would have mapped to the other control. Ultimately, it covers in one bucket on this. And Sujit Sugumar, with the regulatory search facility for finding a particular, yeah, absolutely, it's available. That's what just I have shown, where you can see the complete regulatory circular. You're able to see the circular, right? All the circulars, whatever it is, and you can go and search. If you want exact link, you can go and click on this link. It will land up on the page. You want to download, you can download this respective circular, or you want to manage the respective circular, you can click on the manage circular. It will get managed. It's all the things it's possible. And Mr. Jayaraman, please share the recording of this video. Internally, yeah, absolutely, Jayaraman. We are happy to share that. Yeah, Srinivas Sara has responded. Then ESAF, SFP compliance. Just to clarify, we want to check the tool has the inquiry section. We ask the questions: how many nominees can be taken for a deposit account? We get an answer along with the referred circular. So this one maybe we'll discuss in detail, like what exactly you want to have it. We are happy to answer and help you on that. And Shiny AGM, for the confidentiality of the uploaded policy will be ensured. Absolutely. We take only the metadata. Even we don't know like what you have it. We know just what is the content. That's it. It's like alphabetic zeros and ones. Can we get the model policy on the basis of relevant RVs? Yeah, we can. We can create the policy also. If you want to create the policy, or a component will create a policy against any circular you want to do it. That is things also where we can do it in a seamless way. It's from the compliance department. Susan asked how the risk score assessed. This is very simple. We follow ISO 31000, ISO 27005. Against a framework, just we form the complete ecosystem for the risk management. And Damodar, will this tool cover RBI ADAC requests? Yes, very much, Damodar. Additionally, based on the past compliance update, can this tool be capture information from those submissions to our tool? Absolutely. We cover all new circulars. It will be seamless for you actually.
Naveen, you covered all the questions. Thank
Yes,
you.
sir.
Thank you very much, Naveen and Nishant. Thank you all the participants for the very active participation. Very good questions. Only 2 3 announcements. The recording will be made available in IBA YouTube channel. Maybe by Monday we'll load it. PPT will be shared with all the participants. All the questions, what I suggest, Naveen, we'll share the questions to you, or you can form a structured answers. That questions again we'll share with answers, we'll share with all the participants. Okay, thank you all. I think we can
Absolutely.
close the webinar here.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for the great opportunity, sir.
Yes, bye.
Thanks, everyone. Have a good day.